compared to the rest of the books in the series, it's relatively short. Now is when you decide to do this. Hello everybody, my name is Kelsey, and we're about to get very, very nerdy with my March haul. I am doing a separate haul for March, even though I wasn't sure I was going to, if you saw my last haul where I combined both January and February. But I only have 6 books to talk about, and 2 of them were gifts, and 2 of them came from a book of the month where I had some credits, so I think they were both free. So I really didn't spend a whole lot of money this month, but there are 6 here, and I feel like that's a big enough haul to do a very quick haul for you guys. So I'll leave everything linked down below if you'd like to check it out. This is going to be a relatively quick video, like I said, because there's not a whole lot here, but let's dive in. So there's construction, surprise, but I really need to get this in, so apologies if you can hear it. I'll try to dull it down in editing, but here we are. The very first book is A Soul of Ash and Blood by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which is the 5th book in the From Blood and Ash series. I'm officially caught up, so this is the next one for me, which is why I picked it up. I'm curious how it's going to go, though, because from what I can tell in the inside of the dust jacket, as well as from what I've heard from people who've read this series, is the rest of the series was in our female lead's perspective, Poppy. And this one is now in our guy's perspective, and he's like recapping what's already happened, but from his point of view. So I'm not as excited is maybe not the right word, but it's not going to be something I pick up right away because like it's relatively short. I know this doesn't look very short, but compared to the rest of the books in the series, it's relatively short. It's not top of TBR right now because I thought we were going to be getting more of the story because like the rest of the series, the 4th one had a semi-cliffhanger. And we're not. So I don't really know where we're going with this world because this one's out. There's a 6th one coming out, but it's apparently a crossover between this series and her other Flesh and Fire series. So now I'm thinking I pause this series and read that one. I don't know. Let me know if you've read these books, what I should do. So I don't know when I'm going to get to this one, but I did pick it up. So now we officially have it for when I am ready to dive in. Not top of TBR right now. The next 2 books are the books that I picked up in my March book of the month. Like I said, I had a credit, but they also were doing, I've reached the BFF status on book of the month where they were doing like their favorite picks or their picks for the best books of 2023, I think is what it was. And I could get one of those for free. So I looked at what was there and they did look interesting, which is why I walked out with 2. So my official March pick was A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen. I'm very excited. This is definitely a book that's on my anticipated releases of the year. I love this author. She's the author of the Bridge Kingdom series, which I've really enjoyed. This is the start of a new series. It's a Viking-inspired, I think, series, but it's the Saga of the Unfated. It's the first book in that. I don't know how long it's going to be. But it's beautiful, first off. Look how stunning this cover is. Viking mythology, love this author, very excited. It says here, a shield maiden blessed by the gods battles to unite a nation under a power-hungry king, while fighting her growing desire for his fiery son in this Norse-inspired fantasy romance. It's Norse, sorry, not Viking. Well, how close is Norse? No, Norse and Viking are different. Vikings are a more specific group of Norsemen. So, yes and no. Anyway, it says here on the back, her fate is inked in her blood. It's carved in her bones. This power is Freya's destiny. This is definitely loosely on my TBR for the month. I didn't mention it in my TBR video, but it is like a buddy read for part of the readathon. So if I get to it, that would be great. But it's definitely a book that I'm very excited about. And my aunt, who has very similar opinions to books like me, as far as what interests her, really liked it and said I would enjoy it. So I'm very excited about this one. The next one is the one that I got for free. I mean, both were free because credit, and then this is the pick for the year. This one came out in August of 2023, and it is a mystery, like a thriller mystery, and that is This Beauty by Lisa Jewell, which is None of This Is True, and it's about a podcaster, true crime podcaster. And that's what grabbed my attention. Plus, flipping through, you can see there are different like mixed media elements, which you guys know I'm a huge fan of. So this follows our podcaster, Alex, who is celebrating her 45th birthday, and she is at a pub, very excited about this, celebrating some life. Runs into a woman named Josie, who is very just kind of like, it says an unassuming woman, who is also celebrating her birthday. And so they realize that they are birthday twins. They're both turning the same age. So they keep running into each other, and Josie says that she's got a story for Alex. And while Alex is like, I'm not so sure, something about her life story is fascinating, and Alex can't stop investigating. And so then it appears that Josie kind of pushes herself into Alex's world a little bit and then disappears. And so it sounds like maybe Alex is going to be accused of stuff. I don't really know what's going on. I know that when I looked into it, it said it was going to have an unreliable narrator. So I'm very interested to see what that's about, because I am not the biggest fan of unreliable narrators, but I'm not sure I've ever seen it done well. So I'm definitely interested in this. I'm hoping to get to it sooner rather than later, because just the idea of this is fascinating to me. But that is my other book of the month book. And then the next one is one that's a gift from my aunt, because she got 2 copies and knows that I love this series, and that is Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco, which is the start of a new series that's a spin-off from the Kingdom of the Wicked series, which you guys know was like my favorite last year. I devoured it and loved it so much. And so this new series, like I said, is set in the same world. She has come out with a second one that's coming out this year. And this world basically, in this world you have the 7 deadly sins, and each one, there's like a person who is representative of that sin. And in the Kingdom of the Wicked series, we meet them all, but the main character in that book is Wrath. And in this one, I believe we have Envy. Yes, the Prince of Envy is the one that is the main character in this one. And then I can't remember what the newest one that's coming out, but it's a different Prince of Hell. So I'm excited because Envy is one of the characters, like I said, wasn't the main prince that we were introduced to and following in the original series, but he did play a pretty big part. So it's a romance. It's super thick, but I am so excited because I love this world. I don't even know what the story is about, to be honest. I just know that it follows him, and I'm sure there's going to be some mystery elements. I don't know. I'm very, very excited about this one. So I got it. And thank you so much, my aunt, who, like I said, had 2 copies and gifted me one of them. Isn't it beautiful? I think I squealed when she gave it to me. Even though I knew it was coming, I squealed like a child. I was very excited. And then while we were out and about on our family vacation, we found a little independent bookstore, and she kindly gifted me this book that I was going to get myself, which is Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I love Ali Hazelwood's stuff. I've read everything except for her most recent YA book and all of her short stories. I haven't read her short stories from her STEM romance series, but this is her first step into like fantasy, and I'm very excited. It's a vampire werewolf romance of sorts. I've heard some mixed things about this, so I don't know what to expect. I think if you are a super big fantasy lover, then maybe this isn't the best book for you, because she's going from contemporary to fantasy. But I think if you like her books, then maybe it's for you. I don't really know what to expect with this one. So this is, like I said, a romance between a vampire and a werewolf, or in this world they're called Vampire and Wares. Follows our main character, Misery, who's the daughter of a powerful vampire councilman. She's an outcast. She's been living anonymously with humans, but she's called upon to uphold an alliance between the vampires and the Wares, where she is forced to marry the head of the Wares. Doesn't like him. I think there's a lot of like missed information in this one, where like she's been given a lot of information and then she goes into like their world and realizes how wrong she is. Because it says that he rules his pack with absolute authority, but not without justice or feeling. But it's a marriage of convenience between the two of them. She has her own reasons for marrying him. I don't know what they are. It doesn't say on the back, but I'm excited to see her first step into fantasy. Heard great things. I'm very excited to dive in, hopefully sooner rather than later, which is the saying of all my hauls. But like, seriously, I love her stuff so much. I want to see how she does with this. And the very last book is one that you will have already seen, which is Happy Place by Emily Henry. This is the most recent book by Emily Henry. It came out last year, but it finally came out in paperback like last month sometime. And so that's what I've been waiting on, is to get the paperback so it can match all my other paperbacks. This is the only Emily Henry book that I haven't read yet, minus her new one, which isn't out yet, so that doesn't count. That was a dumb sentence, Kelsey. I've heard amazing things about this. It's giving summer vibes. It's second chance romance. No, it's not. It's, well, yes, it kind of is. It's fake dating a little bit. It follows this group that always goes to the same place every summer for vacation, and there's one couple in it, and it's just all of them, like, they keep going. And for some reason this year is the last summer that they can do this. I don't know if the person, I said in my TBR that it was because the person was selling this cabin or wherever they're staying, and I don't actually know if that's true. But 5 months before the start of this book, that couple breaks up. But since it's the last summer that they're going to be able to do this together, they decide to fake it for the rest of their friends, so it's not a super awkward trip. And so they basically fake dating their ex a little bit. Love Emily Henry. Excited to see what other stuff is going to be included in here. Because, oh yeah, right here, the cottage is for sale, and this is the last week they'll have together at this place. Look at me. I knew some stuff stuck. I don't know what to expect this, but with Emily Henry, she's usually really good at having that fun, fluffy romance, but then also having a deeper underlying story. Excited to see what that's going to be about. Hopefully we'll get to this one in April, because it is on my April TBR. I have some friends who have hyped this up as the best Emily Henry book, so I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm very excited to see where we go. And I now have a paperback copy to match all my other paperbacks by Emily Henry, because I'm just now collecting all things by her. Well, all of her adult romances. I think she's got some YA that I haven't read. And that's it. Those are the 6 books that I picked up in the month of March. I hope you guys enjoyed my quick little haul. Please let me know, as always, if you've read any of the books that I mentioned in this video. Especially some of the newer ones, like the Carrie Maniscalco book or the Danielle L. Jensen book. Let me know all your thoughts. I want to know if I should bump up some of these to the more top of my TBR, and if you are a fan of the From Blood and Ash series and you know more about that series than I do, let me know if I should start from the Flesh and Fire one, because I'm seeing some crossover and I don't want to read the 6th book, I don't think, without reading the rest of that series. Anyway, let me know if you're more knowledgeable about that than me, because I have no idea what I'm doing with that one. But if you like this video, and I very much hope that you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below if you'd like to be part of this awesome growing family. I've also got all my social media down there, as well as other fun bookish links, so check all that out, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!